Okay. Hello and welcome to my first Bex Rex video. I thought it would be fun today to recommend some contemporary books that I love to you, considering I'm usually a fantasy and sci-fi reader. So here are my 5 recommendations of contemporary books that I loved. The first one that I'd like to recommend has the most gorgeous cover, and it's called We Are the Ants by Sean David Hutchinson. This is a contemporary book with a bit of a sci-fi flavour to it. So the contemporary part is following Henry Denton, and his family is a mess, his boyfriend committed suicide, and the sci-fi part is where aliens have abducted him consistently and have put him in front of this big red button, and he has the choice to press it or not, and he needs to decide in 144 days whether the world is worth saving or not. I honestly can't think of a bad thing to say about this book. Like, the romance was absolutely adorable, and this is such just a beautifully written novel, and I just want everyone to love Henry because he's a precious soul. This next book I have to recommend is quite a popular one, but it is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and I got this from the publisher, finished it in one day, and was crying and a mess at 1 a.m. They Both Die at the End is about 2 characters named Rufus and Mateo, and they both receive a call from Deathcast saying that they're going to die in 24 hours. These characters are absolute strangers, but they meet each other on the Last Friend app, and they basically spend their last 24 hours together. Adam Silvera is absolutely known for his heartbreaking books, and this one was no different. Like I said, crying 1 a.m. This was such a brilliant story about love, hope, and loss, and even though it's a sad one, it's something that I think so many people should pick up because it's brilliant. This next one I have to recommend is Clean by Juno Dawson. I think I've talked about this before, but it's absolutely raw and brilliant, and I absolutely adored it. Clean follows Lexi Volokov, and she's a rich socialite, and she gets addicted to drugs, overdoses, and the story opens where her brother is in a cab with her, taking her to an exclusive rehab facility. In this rehab facility, Lexi has to face her demons alongside all of the other inmates that are in there, and the reason I loved Clean so much is that it doesn't demonize other characters to make Lexi seem like she's on a pedestal at all. It treats all of the mental illnesses and the things that are necessarily wrong with the characters and puts them all on the same level. Nobody got thrown under the bus in Clean to further Lexi's character development, which is something that I truly valued about this book and needs to be, I think, in more mental health books. I devoured Clean in 2 days, and this writing and Lexi's voice is absolutely amazing, and I didn't realise that I'd read 200 pages until I looked up and realised it was mid-afternoon. The next one that I want to recommend is 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews, and this is so adorable and sweet. It's about Beck's mother, who is a former famous pianist, and she wants to live out her dreams through her son, to the point where she forces him to play piano until his hands bleed. Beck is just so isolated and without friends, and he's forced to play this piano, but he's just trying to protect his little sister and make sure that both of them have enough food in the house to eat. And then one day he has to take part in this school project, and he's forced into a partnership with this girl named August, and August is an absolute creative ray of sunshine, and she's absolutely a beautiful friend to Beck. And it's just about this story of them learning how to be friends and how Beck is trying to protect his little sister Joey from the abuse from their mother. This book was both heartbreaking and wholesome, and I'm so proud that it's written by an Australian blogger named Paper Fury. You need to pick this book up if you want something that's going to make you laugh and make you cry simultaneously. It was absolutely beautiful. The final book that I'm going to recommend in this video is Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde, and it's probably the nerdiest, cutest contemporary book I've ever read. This book can be summed up by saying there are 3 best friends, 2 love stories, and 1 convention. And I don't want to say too much more because it'll potentially spoil what happens, but we follow two main characters in this story, Taylor and Charlie. Charlie is a vlogger, and she's there at the convention promoting her first movie, and Taylor is her best friend who just likes to blend in. This book has such brilliant anxiety representation in Taylor's character, and I absolutely love the romances in this as well. Charlie is interested in another girl at the convention, and she's constantly chased down by her ex-boyfriend, so there's a lot of drama that goes on, but it's actually very wholesome at the end, and it's so adorable. So that concludes the end of my first ever Bex Rex video. I hope to share more with you in the future, but these are all I have for you now, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!